Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Bishop Kelley High School. My name is Coach Dave Saunders, and we are getting ready for this volleyball non-conference game, but the visitors are the current 6A champions. That is one Edmond Memorial High School. Welcome to them, welcome to you to our second broadcast of the season, that is volleyball. Now, tonight's game, as I said, against Edmond Memorial, the 6A champions. The Bulldogs are the defending state champions. Now, the Comets have a very experienced coach, and that is one Jerry Berner. And Leah Craddock, a junior here at Bishop Kelley, earlier today caught up with Coach Wads and asked for her opinions on tonight's game and also the season as a whole.
It's Leah Craddock here with the BK Media Squad interviewing Coach Wads. Coach Wads, I heard about the game against Cassia last week. How did that go?
Well, obviously it did not go the way we wanted it to. We were appreciative of the great crowd that we had. Our student body was awesome. It was a great atmosphere to play in.
There is the student section. We'll stay with the action here because I can give you some upcoming
and obviously we wanted to win. But it was early in the season, and we are still trying to find ourselves. All of volleyball season is a process of your team coming to know who they are and becoming the best that they can be, and it's still early. And a couple of those sets we played great, and when we got ourselves in a little bit of an adverse situation, we probably didn't respond quite like we wanted to, but we will do better in the future.
Awesome. High hopes for the season, of course.
Well, I think we have two returning starters. Sadie is a 3-year starter and our setter, and one of our captains. Another one of our captains is Amanda Schultz, who is returning for us as a defensive player, our libero. And then our other captain is Kira Ziola. And I just would love to give a great shout out to all of our seniors. Our seniors are doing a great job of leading us this year and setting the standard for us.
How do you expect this season to go?
Well, I think that our preparation will be in place as we are in a 6A conference, so we have a really tough schedule that we play, much tougher than most of the opponents within our class. And so if we can weather that and learn from it and apply that to how we play, I feel really good about where we'll be at the end of the season.
Sounds great. Are there any big crowds that come to support the team?
Well, that Cassia crowd was awesome, and that was our first home match. Today, which is August the 31st, we have Edmond Memorial at home, and tomorrow we have Fayetteville at home. Next weekend is our home tournament, so I'm hoping that our student body, awesome as they are, will show up in force like they did against Cassia. That would be fantastic and is a great atmosphere to be a part of.
Yes, everyone come support the volleyball team. Thank you so much for your time, Coach Wads.
Have a great day. Go Comets.
Thank you, you too.
Coach Jerry Berner there talking to the student Leah Craddock, a junior here at Bishop Kelley High School. Welcome into BKTV.live. We are about 2 minutes away from our first game, so we'll bring you up to date with some other sports news from Bishop Kelley right now. In cross country, the boys and girls cross country teams are running a 4K race tonight in Tahlequah, following on from a successful season opener in Norman. The girls placed first with junior Tess Crosley finishing 5th overall in a time of 21:09. Bridger Reeves was the first boy over the line for the Comets in a time of 18:10. In softball, Bishop Kelley are currently playing the home opener a few yards away from me now against Lincoln Christian. The girls are 3-2 in district, having two impressive 13-0 wins against Nathan Hale, followed up by a 19-3 success against crosstown rivals Memorial. Now, the football team kick off their season tomorrow night versus the Edison Eagles at 7 p.m. and we will be there. Bishop Kelley will be there, of course, at the La Fortune Stadium to cover all the action from Coach Tapana's men. And BK are joining with the Safety in Football campaign. And as they hit the field against the Edison Eagles, Bishop Kelley will be teaming up with the Oklahoma Trainers Association, and they're inviting you to follow Bishop Kelley throughout the game on BKTV and in the bleachers to learn why safety in athletics begins with having an athletic trainer. According to a study conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the presence of athletic trainers in secondary school lowers overall injury rates, improves diagnosis and return to play decisions, and reduces the risk for recurrent injuries. For more information, visit the Oklahoma Athletic Trainers Association website at www.oata.net. You're bang up to date with all the sport. Bishop Kelley wise, we'll be bringing you that football game tomorrow night. But we are not going to go to a commercial break because I can see in front of me that the girls are getting ready for this matchup with the current 6A champions of volleyball. That is Edmond Memorial. And alongside me, I'm just going to slide over here and bring in Gene Roth. Gene, is welcome to you. Lovely to have you back, sir. How have you been?
I've been very well. Excited to be here for another season. Hopefully, another exciting season.
Now,
BK volleyball.
Absolutely. Those of you that don't know Jean had a daughter here. She graduated Regan, and just before we have the national anthem, tell us about Regan. How's she getting on? What's she doing? And is she still playing volleyball?
Regan is still playing volleyball. She's had a great opportunity to continue on her career at Newman University in Wichita, Kansas. Started practice there early August. Things have been going hard. She's been working hard, and talked with her this afternoon, and they're actually on their way to Memphis for one of their first major scrimmage and tournaments.
Kind of, as a parent myself, it's a kind of bittersweet thing, isn't it? I mean, it's nice to have a bit of a break from them, but it's also, you know, they go off to college, it's a turning point.
They do. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of a break, but when you're used to having them there and, you know, seeing them every night, that takes a little bit of getting used to. But we're excited for her. She seems to be excited. She's made a lot of new friends, and so we're looking forward to her continuing her on in her career.
Excellent. More from Gene and myself. We're going to throw it over to the stadium announcer. You can see the Bishop Kelley Comets there in their black jerseys waiting to be introduced. But at the moment, it is the turn, there they are, of the Eagles. Edmond Memorial Bulldogs, Edison Eagles are the opponents at football for the Comets across town tomorrow night. So they are being introduced. The Edmond Memorial Volleyball, Abby Kirby, Kate Arnold, Maddie Pollard, Addie Brill, Morgan Van Meer, Ali High, Kat Mansfield, Aubrey Johnson, Annie Entz, Reagan Pendleton, Sophia Ayubi. Now the Bishop Kelley Comets being introduced. There's Catherine Barlow, Kiara Ziola, Kaylee Dawson will wear 14, Sadie Bauman, 15, the left-hand server, Catherine Barton, number 20, Parker Ross, there she is, one of the taller members of the squad, Caroline Ernst, Maddie Washington, wearing 27, Madeline Roberts, Abby Medico, Josie Olcott, Mariana Hightower and Caitlin Osmond wearing the number 50. And a quick comment from Jean. They've had to rebuild a little bit, haven't they, the Comets? They're a younger side than we've been used to in the last couple of years.
They are a little bit younger from what we've been used to. Last year they had roughly almost a full slate. 4 or 5 of their starting varsity players were seniors. So they had a very experienced team last year. With those seniors gone, they have had a lot of girls that have needed to step up, and I think from what I'm hearing is they're doing a great job and doing very well.
The announcements are being made in the stadium. We are going to have the national anthem, but first of all, the prayer.
Please keep all players free from injury, allow us to safely travel home, and help us to remember that the glory is always yours. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. Mary, Queen of Peace, pray for us. St. John Baptist himself, pray for us. St. James and Alphonse,
It's a prayer, and now we will have the national anthem.
Lord,
song there and gets us off to such a fantastic start, and a rousing reception here for the players as they, I always want to call it a high five, but it's a low five, Gene, under the net.
Kind of a low five under the net to say hello, we're glad to meet you tonight, but tonight's going to be our night, I think is what hopefully the Bishop Kelley girls are saying.
The Bishop Kelley girls have come off a very impressive victory away at Sand Springs. They won that one 20-25, 22-25, so they lost the first two sets, came back with a 26-24 and a 25-19, and then won 15-10. That's an impressive win as the girls there in their circle, Gene, having gone 2 sets down, to come back and win that 3-2 at Sand Springs.
That takes a lot of confidence and a lot of self-fortitude to come back. And I think you mentioned earlier about Coach Watts' experience. She's been in enough situations like that she knows, she can tell her team, hey, we still got three games left. This is not over yet, even though we're down 2.
There you go. The Comets then overall record for the season is 5-4. They were here, just over a week ago, unfortunately going down to the local derby, the Casher Hall Commandos. But this is a fresh night. Here we are. It's a new look team with the same, and she'll hate me for saying old coach, Jerry Berner, but she knows what I mean. And by the way, we'll hope to speak to Jerry after the match here, so stick around for that. Thank you for your company here on BKTV.live. My name is Coach Dave Saunders, alongside our great friend of BKTV, a man who puts in many hours for us, and we thank him for that, and knows this game of volleyball far better than I, and that's Jean Roth. What I can tell you is Sadie Bauman is got the ball in hand. She is ready to serve, wearing 15. She is a left-hand server, the daughter of Coach Lisa Bauman. And here we go then with the first point of the first set. And this was the best of 5 sets in this match tonight. Good first rally, this one. Kept alive by the Comets. What a fight for the first point this is. Still we go on. There's the set. And that one is just a little bit wayward in the end, Catherine Barlow. But Jean, if that's a sign of things to come, we're in for a long night.
I'm expecting this to be a very good, solid match. As you mentioned earlier, we've got Edmond Memorial, who's coming in as the 6A state champs last year. Bishop Kelley coming in as the 5A state runner-ups. Both teams have the same record, or almost the same record at this point in the season so far. So, all in all, this looks like a very good matchup.
Indeed it does, and Bishop Kelley have their first point on the board, so we are at 1s. We will have the scoreboard up on the screen for you. We'll fix that any moment now, but we are going to have the first serve of the night from Caroline Ernst, who is only a freshman.
It's great to see freshmen actually in the game on a varsity game.
It is. It's a younger team, isn't it? And the Hightower just can't get that one over the net, so that one goes to a very experienced Edmond Memorial side. The Bulldogs taking a 2-1 win. They are coached by Natalie Murray, and we are going to have the number 1, Abby Kirby. We're talking a freshman. She is a freshman too, and she will serve now. The libero for the Comets tonight is Amanda Schilt. Have you seen much of Amanda, Jean?
I haven't seen much of her this year. I did see bits and pieces of her over last spring during the club season. Very strong club season. I think the team she played on, a very solid team, and I know she did very well for them.
And she always plays the game with a smile on her face as well. There she is, getting involved deep. Bauman sets it for Hightower. Hightower's smash, as it were, was too long, but it did catch her hand, so it goes to the Comets.
Yeah, Moran has had a couple of really good, strong hits early in the game here.
Pretty tall team out there for the Comets at the moment. So the 3 tall girls at the net for the Comets is Sadie Bauman, not able to retrieve that one. That was a good smash there from Regan Pendleton.
She happened to find a good open spot there right in the middle of the court.
And that's part of it, isn't it? It's the finesse, isn't it? It's the placement. It's not just hitting the ball hard, is it?
It's not always just brute strength and brute power. Sometimes it's the finesse pieces of the game of putting the ball in the right spot at the right time.
Bauman then sets. In goes Hightower. That's a good block at the net. Goes the way of the girls from Oklahoma City.
Very strong block there.
And it is going to be the libero to serve, and that's Ali High, who's a junior. Deep serve. That has to go, and it does, from Schilt. Still we go on in this one. And that's a wayward smash, and the Comets get a good point there. Well worked, G.
Well worth the work, yeah. It keeps us 4-4, so we're still right there with each other.
Quick word from Coach Watts there to Sadie Bauman, who relays the instructions. And this is the freshman, first look tonight of Audrey Buford, and I was very impressed with her in the Casher Hall game. And that's a good deep smash there from Maddie Pollard.
It was a nice play, nice setup by Edmond on that one, and Amanda was just almost there, just a half of a step to the right would have put her in exactly the right position.
Here's Addie Brill with the serve. Set by Schilt, in from Bauman. Buford there. Got that one, still we go on. Schilt again, Bauman sets as she often does. In goes Washington. Good rally this one.
Nice pickup by Amanda there.
Amanda again, and she's just gone wide. What a great rally there.
That was a good rally, and you know, Dave, one thing I noticed which says something about the player, number 2, Audrey, back row player, but she actually attacked the ball from the back row as a freshman. I think that says a lot about her confidence.
That one has not been picked up. That will go to the Bulldogs. They get a point there, so they lead this one by 7 points to 4, and still it is Addie Brill with the ball in hand with the serve, right-handed.
Nice pass by Amanda.
Good pass, and that's a wonderful first smash of the night from Caitlin Osmond.
Great middle attack there, and I tell you, there's so many things you can do if you get a really nice, solid, good pass in the right spot off the serve. You can do so many things from that first offensive attack.
Osmond there, who now serves as only a sophomore, and she puts a perfect ace in there. So we are now 6-7, just one behind for the home team, the Comets.
The net can certainly be your friend at times.
Certainly can, and of course you play on, don't you, when it comes off the net, similar to tennis. That one is just long there from Sophia Ayubi. Thank you for your company here tonight. Welcome aboard if you're a Comets fan, or you're a neutral fan, or indeed you are tuning in from Edmond. You're very welcome here to Tulsa and to Bishop Kelley High School, where we have a very close game. But it's Memorial with the lead, and Schilt makes an error there.
Yeah, you know, that's something we normally don't see from Amanda. I think we just maybe took her eye off the ball for just a second. And she comes back with a great pass there.
And that's always the best thing, isn't it? Maddie Washington will win the point now. It's a good comeback from Schilt.
Absolutely.
Of course, playing in that very, very important position of the libero.
Yeah, you can attribute a lot of that to experience. I think she knows one mistake does not make a game.
First action tonight for the senior, Kira Ziola, with the serve there. And that's a good smash there from Catherine Barlow, the outside hitter. And it's Ziola who will serve again. Looks across, of course, to Coach Watts and sees where the coach wants the serve. There's Buford again, Bauman. That's a good smash coming in from Parker Ross, who's a junior. Still we go on. That looks long.
Well, that was going to be close.
Yeah, I think she did the right thing and played it, Ziola. And in the end, it's away by Parker Ross. Yeah, it was a difficult decision to make there. I was calling it out, but she did the right thing, I think.
I think whenever it's close like that and you know it's a high free ball, it's probably always best to take it, just to be safe.
9-9.
Oh, wow, a great
wonderful.
pickup.
And then she gets up, Buford, and gets it over the net. Wonderful play from the freshman. Bauman with a very sensitive little dink over the net there. Ziola from the base. Bauman sets the second one, and that's just overhit from Buford. But again, good play from both teams.
Solid play. The rallies, that's one thing we've seen so far early in this game, is we've seen a lot of good action rallies take place.
Into the game for the Bulldogs comes the number 3, that's Kate Arnold. There she is. She will serve, waits for her instruction of where she's got to place this one with the palm of her right hand. Good rally going on here. Takes a deflection. This is set by Bauman. Good block at the net from the Bulldogs. But in the end, it comes off a Bulldog hand and it goes to the Comets, G.
It worked. The set was a good decision, just a little bit low, but we were able to pull it off. Parker was able to kind of stay with it and get it across, use the hands from Edmond, and ended up with the point.
Good close-up shot there of our server, Sadie Bauman. This will be a left-handed serve. Hightower in there, but back come the Bulldogs. And in the end, it's a pretty decent smash there from Annie Ernst.
Yep, nice right side hit by the Edmond Memorial player.
A serve now will be from Morgan Van Meer. Van Meer wearing 6. Serves right-handed. Schultz cushions the ball. Hightower to the base. That's going to finish up. Playing on, that's well played because that was up in the rafters somewhere.
It's a tough ball to play out of there. Nice hit.
And in the end, it's a wonderful point for the Comets, and that brings us to 11s. First one at 25, of course, unless you get to 24 all, you have to win by 2 clear points in each set. The last set, if it were to go to a 5th set, will be first to 15, but again, the 2-point rule applies. Good serve.
Very nice serve. Almost kind of like one serve almost looked like a little bit of a change-up like you see in baseball. It just kind of died as it went across the net.
That one serve is from Caroline Ernst. Ernst, who is only a freshman. Big smile on her face as well. We'll have to keep an eye on that when Buford and Ernst are on the court. There'll be 2 freshmen. Again, the girls in black, the Comets, win that point. And now they have a 3-point gap, 14 points to 11. And again, the ball is in the capable hands of Caroline Ernst. Some really good volleyball being played by both teams here.
I agree.
Well, I feel a bit sorry for Hightower. She was smiling there, but she said, come on, where is someone to take over? I just got the ball off the floor.
It was one of those, unfortunately, where she kind of fell, didn't leave much room to go around her to the net, and her teammates had a little bit of a problem getting to that ball.
Great shot there behind the referee and behind our commentary position here. And there's a shot of the Edmond Memorial Abby Kirby wearing number 1, serves. Bauman did very well there because that ball hit the net. She didn't touch the net, of course.
That was a tough one. One of those balls you just had to be, as a setter, you had to be patient. Use the net as your friend on that and let it come out of it.
Of course, you are not allowed to touch the net, are you, as a player? But the ball can, and you can play it off the net.
You can play it off of the net. You're absolutely right.
And that one hits the net, goes over, so we go on. And I think
we had somebody who happened to get a little bit too close to the net there.
Right, the touch on the net. Because the other thing to look out for is the double, isn't it?
Yeah,
playing the ball.
Which we haven't, so far tonight, we have not seen many. I think we've only seen one of those so far.
I think you're right. We saw a few in the JV game, but this one, the varsity game, we haven't seen that. This is a non-conference game. It is the Comets 5A versus the current 6A state champions, Edmond Memorial. Good block at the net there. Still we go on. This has to go, and it will from Osmond. She gets it over there with a swing of the two arms. Good play again, and at the net they can't touch it, and that's good play actually from Addie Brill. She really won that point for the Bulldogs.
She did, and that was there at the end. That was that ball's in a tough spot. It's right there on top of the net, close to the net. Hard to get anything done with that ball.
Now this is how much Coach Watts trusts her freshmen. Two freshmen on the court. There's Buford, and on the court as well as a freshman is Caroline Ernst. So real trust in freshmen here.
And that was a strong right side hit by...
Oh, that's a lovely left-handed dink over the net from one of those I was talking about, Buford. Jean, real delicate shot. 16-15. On comes Maddie Washington. Ziola, full of the joys of spring, goes off the court. Loves every single second of the game. That's Schilt at the back. Bauman, as she often does, sets the second ball.
Nice recovery there by Caitlin.
Good play at the net. Girls keeping their eye on the ball. That's another dink from the Bulldogs. Here now is Osmond with the smash. It's a left-handed smash. And Caitlin Osmond, who is an outside hitter, with a beautiful smash, G.
It was a great hit. That's where being left-handed comes very handy on that right side over there. Set you up in many cases with being in the right position.
So we are at 16s in this first set, and it goes fairly quiet inside the
nice block
arena.
there by Bishop Kelley.
That one's long, and Bishop Kelley, as you say, got the block in early doors, but that was a little hand. Well,
it looks like we had a touch on our side.
Touch, yeah.
I think that may have been by Audrey.
And I think, you know, the girls are very honest in this. We talked about this, I remember talking to you, the great sportsmanship between these girls.
Yeah, that's one thing you have to hand it to them. When they call their own shots like that, they don't have to do that.
Right. Helps out the referees. And we're at 17s. And it's Buford, wearing 2. Bouncing the ball purposely, comes up, hits right-handed, mid-court. Over it goes from the Eagles, back from the Comets. Osmond again with that smash. That's
great hit.
Yeah, good from the libero there. Big smile from her. Here's Osmond again, has another go. And this time it does go. You have to credit the libero there. The number 8, of course, Ali High, but 2 smashes from the left-hander Osmond. Here's Buford again. Her team now just a point ahead as we come to the business end of this first set. 18-17 in favour of the home team, the Comets. Ball hits the beam, 2 girls clash, but still we go on. Bauman will set for Washington.
A nice hit, nice middle attack.
Kept alive again. And a nice piece of delicate play in the end from Abby Kirby, wins the point for Edmond Memorial.
But, you know, impressed so far with Bishop Kelley. They've been having a very solid, very strong attack.
It is.
They look to be doing very well.
We are at 18s, first to 25, and less Osmond there, beautiful smash into space. And I've been looking up my terms, and that's what they call a campfire, I understand. When the team watches the ball,
it hits the floor and nobody goes for it.
Lovely term.
Yeah, I got to make a comment about Caitlin. She's really showing her versatility because she's had several hits from the right side, and then just a couple of points ago, she had several good, solid hits from the left side. So she's got showing a lot of versatility of where she can play.
Caitlin Osmond wearing 50. She is, as I said earlier, an outside hitter, sophomore. We're going to have a serve from Kat Mansfield, who's a senior. There's Barlow getting a good right-handed smash.
Nice hit by Catherine.
Oh, delicate from Bauman. That's a beautiful shot.
That was a nice play. She kind of had everybody looking to where she was going to set it, and caught everybody off guard.
And she had her back really to the opposition. So great play from Bauman. 2019 in favour of the Comets.
Nice time to make that play. That's for sure.
Certainly is. Every point vital now with the score so close. Ziola it was with the serve. Osmond again. Ball comes straight back. Ziola, Bauman, Barlow. And Barlow wins the point, and that's an important point. 21-19 at this stage, a 2-point gap, Gene, so vital.
It is. Once you if you can break that 20 barrier and have any kind of a lead, that tends to give you some confidence going into those last few points.
Got a timeout here. We aren't on commercial breaks tonight, so Gene and I will chat away. Have you got any nice gems for us there, Gene? If not, we'll just chat about what's been going on so far.
Well, I think to me what I've seen so far, a couple of things that I've kind of mentioned and I've been impressed with. You've mentioned, Dave, a couple of times the freshmen coming in and playing in a varsity match, seeing freshmen come in and play. As we've seen a couple of them come in, I've been really impressed with Audrey Buford so far.
Right.
She's hit the ball from the front row. She's made some good defensive plays in the back row. She's hit front row and she's attacked from the back row. So very impressed with her. Catherine Barlow, senior on the team. You expect her to be a rock, one of the rocks of the team, and she's proven that so far. And then you got Miss Ernst, who again is a freshman. She's coming in and she's been playing some solid defense.
Absolutely right. That's the voice, my co-commentator tonight, Gene Rowe. Thank you, Gene, for that. Pointing out a couple of freshmen. Coach Watts will point out to Ziola where she wants the ball, and it's deep middle. Every point, as we said, vital. That's a lovely, delicate shot from Edmond Memorial, who get the point, 21-20. And of course, they now have the ball in hand. How much of an advantage, in your opinion, is it to be the server?
Oh, it's a big advantage because now you're the one in control. You get the one who gets to place the ball to start the offense, to start the other team offense. So it's a great advantage to be in.
Sets the tone, doesn't it? Kate Arnold sets the ball going in this rally. Over it goes from Osmond. On the left-hand side is a very good smash from the number 10, Aubrey Johnson. That was just inside the line right in front of us. Great smash.
It was you can't say anything bad about that hit. I mean, it was just in the right spot.
So we are locked at 21s in this first set here live on BKTV.live. And that's a good block at the net from Reagan Pendleton. And Coach Watts it will be now to call a timeout. And what will she be saying to the girls now? 21-22 down.
Here's kind of what I would expect her to be saying. Look, we've been going back and forth this entire match so far. The fact that it's 22-21 doesn't mean anything. We've still got 3 or 4 points yet before we get to the end of the game. And as such, this game's been going back and forth. It will switch, and all of a sudden we'll get 2 or 3 points come back our way, and the score will change. So I think the important thing is don't shift away from playing aggressive. Stay aggressive. Don't be cautious, because once you become cautious, that's when mistakes happen.
Coach Watts versus Natalie Murray. You just saw Natalie Murray there in amongst her girls, and at the far end there you can see Russ Embry and Lisa Bauman, and of course there is Coach Jerry Watts there. Very experienced coaching staff here at Bishop Kelley. Now the serve is going to be from Kate Arnold, and her team is winning by 22 points to 21. This is a very, very big point coming up now.
Key point. This one, if we can get this one, this makes it a whole lot more comfortable.
And they do get it. That's a great smash coming in from Parker Ross, the junior, the middle hitter, and she gets the point, and we are now locked at 22s. And this is a pretty good girl to have serving for the Comets, Sadie Bauman. She's very accurate with that left hand.
Yeah, and she's left-handed, which makes it a little bit harder to read that ball in some ways.
She goes mid-court. Ball set. There's Bauman again. That's almost, well, it does hit a beam, but we're going to carry on. Bauman has to go, double-handed, of course. Set again by Memorial. Still we go on, good block from Osmond. Bauman keeps it alive. Over it goes from Schilt, but it's going to be out, and that is a point for the away team, who now lead by 23 to 22.
That's unfortunate, but those types of things are going to happen. The key thing is kind of I mentioned earlier, don't panic, stay aggressive.
A minute is given to the timeout. So, timeouts, Gene, at this business end of a set, very important. There are the two teams you've just seen in your shot. Again, vital that the coaches get a message over, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, so far, Dave, this is exactly kind of what I anticipated this whole match to go. These teams, to me, appear to be fairly evenly matched. And it's proven to be that so far this first game.
Well, there are the visitors, the current 6A champions with their coach Natalie Murray. There are the Comets in black. There in your shot is the number 25 Parker Ross, who won the last point for her team. But we are, as we say, at the business end of this first set. And there is the R1, as they call him, the referee, the first referee. Of course, he is up on looking across the top of the net. And the R2 on the far side, down at court level like ourselves. The serve is going to be from Morgan Van Meer. There's Baumann setting that one for Barlow. Ooh, another touch. Was that going wide, G?
That was, I thought it was going wide, but fortunate for us that Edmond wanted to be aggressive on that.
And the touch it was. And now the freshman, Caroline Ernst, has the responsibility. 23s. Next 2 points for the Comets, wins the first set. Baumann just about keeps that in. This Hightower, another touch net, comes straight back over from the Bulldogs. Hightower again, another touch. Good point being played. Little dink over there. Osman gets it straight back over.
Great defensive play there.
What's been given there? It's been given, I think it was a touch at the net.
Either a touch of the net or she may have went. I didn't know whether she may have went under the net. I couldn't tell.
Right.
That was really close. But all in all, still, that was a great defensive play.
Great defensive play. And now the Comets need to win this point to stay in this first set. The umpire, the referee, she held up 4 fingers, 4-4. So I don't know what that quite means.
Oh, that meant 4 hits.
Oh, there you go. And that is the first set that goes to Edmond Memorial. They won the last 2 points outright. They win that one 25 points to 23. And Gene, that's a great first game, isn't it?
You couldn't ask for a more exciting first game than that. And again, we still got a lot of night left. So as close as that game was, Bishop Kelley is still in this. There's a lot of games we've played, and we're a long ways from having this night over.
Bishop Kelley, welcome along here to the high school. We do not have a commercial break tonight, so we're going to be continuing to chat away and bring you the action, as we've already said. The Comets are 5-4 on the season. Just a little review of their season. They went to Bartersville, seems a long time ago now, just over 2 weeks ago, and they won by 3 sets to 0. They did the same in the Union tournament versus Union by 3 sets to 0. Then they had a tough game against Edmond Santa Fe, and they lost in 5. Also in the same tournament, they beat Sand Springs by 3 to 0 before losing to Norman North 3 sets to 0. They gained 4th place, losing to Edmond North in the 4th place. All tournament team was Caitlin Osmond and Amanda Schilt, both girls on duty tonight. And then look at this, in the conference they go away to Muskogee, they beat them in 2017 and 18, and then they lose to Cassia Hall and then come back and beat Sand Springs. So, to go to Muskogee and win, to go to Sand Springs and win with a young team, I think it's pretty impressive.
It's pretty impressive when you look at the age of the team, the experience of the team. What I also factor into that is if you look at a lot of those teams that you mentioned, a lot of those teams, if not almost all of them, are 6A schools. We're a 5A school. So not only have we beaten some really solid teams, they're all 6A teams. We really don't play many 5A teams until we get into conference play. And from an experience standpoint, that kind of sets you up well because you've been able to do well and gain some confidence in some of those higher level schools.
There indeed is. That's the voice of Jean Roth, whose daughter graduated last year, Regan, from Bishop Kelley. She is now away at college. The Comets here are building a new team. They are waiting for the opposition to come out onto the 30-foot by 60-foot court on this relatively new floor. I think Regan was a junior, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's no more than, I think, maybe 2 years old, if that.
So it's a nice arena to play, and it can create a lot of noise. Now, just looking behind me, it's nowhere near as full, of course, as when Cassia Hall were in town.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a good crowd in, and they're all enjoying some high-quality volleyball.
I can imagine when you have certain schools like the local rivals, Cassia Hall, some of the local Jinx, Union, Broken Arrow games are probably going to fill this place up. And I can probably almost be sure when Bishop McGinnis comes over, that's probably going to be one of those games where there's going to be a lot of people here.
Talking of local rivalries, the football team get underway tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at La Fortune. They're playing the Edison Eagles in the season opener. And we will be there with our cameras and our commentators. Sam Harpin in the chair for that one. The first football game of the season. Second set, and the girl with the responsibility is Morgan Van Meer. And she serves right-handed deep, set by Bauman.
Nice pickup there by Amanda.
Yeah, it's one of the things, we'll come back to that. One of the things that I'm impressed with the Librera especially is when you hang back, when to come forward. And she came forward and she was right in the right place, Gene.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. I've watched Amanda for several years, even when she was very first starting out. And that's one thing that she always had that impressed me is she seems to have kind of an uncanny ability to read where the ball is going to go and where to be at the right time.
That's a gift, isn't it, to have. That's a great Buford pickup there. And there's an Osmond left-hander, which we're getting used to. Still we go on. And that is almost out onto the 44 there.
That was one of those what you call souvenir balls to the first row of the bleachers.
There you go. Sadie Bauman just looks round her own Librera to see where the coach watches.
Nice serve.
And that's a great serve from her.
Nice serve, yes.
Exactly where the coach wanted it. And an early 2-1 lead in this second set. As you can see on our screen, the Bulldogs just edging the first set, 25-23. Bauman serves again.
Same spot, but this time the girl was able to, she was ready for it.
That was good play at the net, good sensitive play there.
Dave, one thing I don't know for sure is on the Edmond side, as a Bishop Kelley, we lost a good number of our players from last year. I don't know exactly how the team for Edmond, whether they lost a lot of their people or whether they're fairly consistent with who they had last year.
It's I'm not sure if we're up on Twitter tonight, but it'd be wonderful if somebody could let us know that from anybody that's watching in from Edmond Memorial. Here's Sadie Bauman. Bauman, who is a junior. And that is a double
hit.
5-1.
It's nice to be able to come back from the last game and jump right out to a 5-1 lead.
Certainly
that helps your confidence a lot.
Bauman again, the server. It's a great pickup from Schilt. Bauman sets for Barlow. There was a touch. And that one's into the net from Abby Brill, and another point to the Comets.
It was into the net, but we had two blockers sitting there waiting on that ball if it came over.
And there is a timeout. The Comets in black, the Edmond Memorial girls, the Bulldogs, are there on the right of your screen, and you can see the referee there on our camera. There's Russ Hembury. You can see the tall figure at the back of the group there. Coach Wadd's in the middle. You can just pick her out there, getting in amongst the girls, telling them exactly what she's expecting from them. She works them hard. They've trained hard through the summer.
That they do. That's one thing they do. They start their summer regime usually midway through summer, and they work hard all the way through summer.
Of course, you have to be conditioned to play this game. I mean, having been closer to this game than I have ever before, these girls work hard. They have to be conditioned. They move around this court. It might just be 60 by 30, but it's got to be there or thereabouts, haven't you?
You've got to have energy to be able to cover it all, that's for sure.
Well, we are away from the timeout now. 6-1 to the home team. A lot going on in front of us, and a good long rally this one between two good teams, and it will go the way of the Comets. A nod of approval and applause from Coach Watts.
Very nice placement shot there from Audrey. She the set was just a little tight. She was able to jump up enough, be able to work that ball and put it in a great spot.
A lot going on at the school. Another point to the Comets. Of course, we've got the girls playing softball just a few yards away from us. Their home opener going on against Lincoln Christian. Tomorrow night, the Turner football returns. A lot of people can't wait for that one.
That usually brings with it a lot of excitement every year. A lot of anticipation for that first football game.
And a lot of students and staff, I know, and parents and alum will want to be there at La Fortune, 7 p.m. If you can't make it, then spread the word around that BKTV cameras will be there, bringing you all the action. We have a new feature, a pre-game show this year as well. Now, Memorial working very, very hard for the point, but Barlow gets in a smash. Still we go on. Has to go over into the net, and that's a great block on the net. Still we go on, and that might be long, and it is long.
I didn't see the block there. I mean, it must have occurred at the net. I thought they were going to get ready to be called for 4 hits, but I guess there must have been a block there at the net.
There was a block at the net. I could just see it, Gene, on the other side from me, and it is 10-1. The Comets
nice short serve
running away with this second set. A Schilt. Robrero. Big hit from the back. That's a good hit. Had to go. Still we go on. That's really good play, actually. Good defense from.
It was good defense
from Edmond Memorial, wasn't it? But in the end, the Comets come out with a point. Buford again was involved.
Another good hit. I tell you, I keep watching her, and I just continue to be impressed. I know I've said that a couple times so far, but I just continue to be impressed by Audrey.
Audrey Buford. There's Bauman. Bauman again gets a left hand on that, dinked over the net by Barlow.
Not much you could do, but exactly what she did.
And in the end, Amanda Schilt just gets a touch, but it's okay. Jerry Berner really talking to her players firmly. Now 11-2, and she said just one. In other words, I think the other team gets the ball for one serve, and I want the ball back.
That's exactly what we want to happen here, and we want to make another 11-0 run.
It's a great smash from Buford again, as Gene said.
I think they got away with maybe a double there.
Well, not spotted, but in the end, the point goes to Edmond Memorial. So they now trail by 3 points to 11, and this will be the responsibility of Abby Kirby. With the right-handed serve, jumps into the serve, as is the volleyball way, and that one is away and out, and the Comets have the ball back, but they didn't. It wasn't away for one; it was away for two, but they got it back.
Yep.
And here is the freshman, plays with a smile on her face, Caroline Ernst.
And Caroline had, I think in that first match, she had at least a stretch of 3 or 4 aces right in a row.
I think you're absolutely right. Wow. That's just textbook from Sophia Iobi.
Great hit. Looks like we may have missed one of our blocking assignments there, but you got to give it to the hitter, though. She put that ball down with a whole lot of enthusiasm.
Well, it was like poetry in motion, wasn't it? Everything was timed to perfection. So great hit. Credit the opposition there.
Oh, nice placement.
Well, I mean, if you have a smash textbook one time and then just delicately place the ball over the net, you are a good all-round player. Well done, Iobi.
Yeah, the way she approached that ball and her finesse in doing it, you could tell she saw that open spot over there.
Bauman sets for Osmond. And Ayubi gets her 3rd point in a row, and she's suddenly become on fire here.
Kind of got to be the go-to person here at the moment.
Well, the Comets were leading by 10 points to 1. It's now 12-6. They still lead, though, in the 2nd set, having lost the first one by 2 to 23.
Nice dig there.
Yeah, good dig, good position for the dig as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
There's Bauman, Osmond. Good block of the net, but it's away and hits one of our monitors. We're all okay. The Comets are okay. 13 points to 6. They lead.
Yeah, and that, on that shot there just kind of goes to show that when you're attacking, it doesn't always have to go across the net down on the floor on the other side to get a point. You can use that other team as a weapon just like anything else.
Absolutely right. Now another point goes the way of the 6A champions, and it's going to be Addie Brill, a junior wearing 5, jumps in with a right-handed serve, kind of a double hop into the serve there. Bauman at the net. Osmond sets for Bauman.
Edmond may have missed an opportunity there to really attack that ball.
Here's Bauman again. Washington comes in, blocking that.
Nice,
Bauman, good
nice
reaction.
Hit. Oh, good shot.
And Buford again.
There she goes again. I tell you what, that was a great finesse shot right in the middle of the court.
And as you say, for a freshman, she's certainly impressive. Bishop Kelley have a gem. She's here for 4 years.
Absolutely, and I'm looking at her and watching her play on those types of shots, and you've got to assume that she sees those open spots because she's hit too many of them so far.
Good positional shot from Bauman there, but unfortunately it goes away from her point of view to Edmond Memorial, who fought well there to get the point. Onto the court come Kat Mansfield and Aubrey Johnson. It's going to be the former Mansfield to serve. Low serve. There's Buford again. Can't keep her out of the rallies at the moment.
Nice defensive play there. Good dig.
She did well again. Oh, that's a great
from Amanda. Wow.
And then 2 girls rather got in each other's way, but Amanda Schilt won that point.
Oh, I tell you what, she kept it going for us, and those are the type of points you just always hope you can walk away on the winning side when you make a couple of plays like that.
And 15 points to 8, a 7-point gap, and it's Osmond with that trusty left hand serves to the middle of the court. Just dinked over that. It's a beautiful piece of sensitive play from the number 11, that's Annie Entz.
But there was a chance we might have been able to, the term they use is pancake that ball and get it up off the floor, but it's like we missed it.
Yeah, pancake was on my list of new volleyball terms to use. Another good low flat serve. There's Bauman to Washington. Good block at the net.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a really good solid hit by Maddie.
It's always difficult, isn't it, when you set it beautifully, you have the smash, but somebody just puts their hands in the way and the net blocks and they get the point.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't always happen, of course. But
no, but you got to give it to them. I mean, that's part of the game as well.
Kira Ziola, a popular figure here. She is a senior and she is going to be serving, wearing the 11 jersey. Just out of your shot at the moment. There she is. Serves right-handed. That's right on the net. Was there a touch on the net?
Yeah, I think there was.
Yeah. So a point to the Comets puts them 7 in the lead now. 17 points to 10. Second set of the night. Ziola again.
Good serve.
To the left of the court. Great block from Buford again. Good set again, and that one.
I don't know if there was a touch on that or not.
Well,
maybe not. No.
Giving it Edmond Memorial way. So it must have been a touch because I think the ball was out.
I thought it was out, but maybe there must have been a touch there.
So
I didn't see anybody on the Bishop Kelley side motioning as a touch, but maybe the referee caught it and we didn't need to.
serve from Van Meer. Both coaches smiling, coaching every point, writing things down, talking to their benches. Now, 12-17, a vital time of the game. This set. Van Meer again from our right-hand side. Bauman sets. In goes Barlow, and Barlow wins the point for the Comets.
Nice job.
Good set from Bauman.
Well executed play all the way around. Amanda with a good pass to start it off, and then combination between Sadie and Kat ended that point.
Every point being fought for here. No easy points given away. Not many mistakes being made.
Oh, nice kick up there by Sadie.
Yeah, Sadie Bauman, brilliant. She was close to the floor. Well, the ball hits the roof, but we go on. Here's Bauman again setting here for Buford coming in. Good block. Still we go on. That's going to go over the net. A couple of hands, one each side, and the point goes Comets' way. Good point. Very good point.
That was a very hard-fought point.
So there's going to be a timeout, and it gives me a chance to say, and Jean, I don't think you know this, that we are going to be broadcasting some softball. I am reliably informed by my director, Michael Blazett, that it did happen a few years ago, but we are going to be broadcasting the game. It is a week tonight. Before the Friday is one game, the Battle of the Bishops in football. But the girls will be playing here at Bishop Kelley, head coach Brian Begnall, and they are playing Memorial. So it's a kind of a local derby, and the girls I know are very excited for us to be covering that one. Of course, softball here, very, very popular sport with the girls here at Bishop Kelley. So we have that one. Of course, tomorrow night we are waiting, as we keep saying, for our, can't wait, to be more accurate, for our first football game. Coach DePana was talking to him today. We're going to have a pre-game show for you before the game kicks off at 7 p.m. Join the match commentator Sam Harpin and his team. We will be there with the cameras, and that is the season opener for the footballers.
Now, will you have the pleasure of commentating the softball game, or?
I will. I think I am going to be doing that game, and we have a student lined up, Lily Burke, who has played the game. So, just like yourself, they'll give me an expert next to me, which is always very useful.
There you go.
Sadie Bauman, 20 points to 12 to the good. Serves left-handed deep to the back corner, kept in well by the Bulldogs. Ziola gets involved. In comes Buford. Still we go. This has to go over, and it does. Cushion well. There's Bauman. Buford on the far side.
Had to adjust to that. The set was a little far out, but Buford made a great adjustment.
Bauman again sets. In goes Barlow. Good defense again. Still we go on. This has to be put back over by Schilt. She does. I've lost count of the number of shots in this rally, and that's, in the end, a beautiful little dink over the net from Reagan Pendleton, a sophomore, to win the point for Edmond Memorial.
Very nice placement shot. Bishop Kelley clearly in a comfortable spot score-wise at the moment, but what you don't want to do is get into play the game only not to make a mistake. You want to stay aggressive.
The serve then is going to be from Abby Kirby. Bauman will set here for Buford.
Oh wow, that was a great run down there.
Well, she nearly ran into our commentary position there, did Morgan Van Meer, but she keeps it alive, and on we go. Wonderful rallies.
It is strong rally.
Long rallies. And that is the trusty smash again of Sophia Ayubi. He's done that quite a lot tonight, the number 15, Jean.
Yes, she has.
Impressive player.
Been a very solid contributor all the way through this match so far, at least.
Ball goes back to Kirby. Buford from the left-hand side of the court. Memorial somehow got it over, and in the end, just a mistake by the Comets gives the point to Edmond Memorial, who trail here by 15 points to 20 in the second set.
Looks like Edmond's making a bit of a run now.
Kirby with the serve to try and keep that run going. Good reach from Barlow. Osmond, good cushion there with both hands. Buford tries to win the point, but good defense from the 6A champions. Ziola, Bauman, Barlow. Block at the net. Barlow wins it for the Comets.
That's all it takes sometimes, just to switch the ball to the other side.
Now a couple of changes. Schilt will come back on wearing that red jersey. The libero, of course, encourages her freshman teammate Caroline Ernst, who will serve here. 4 points needed for victory.
Another great serve by Kelley.
Yeah, make that 3. Comets within 3 have taken this second set. How dearly they would love to get it back to 1-1. Ernst again. Oh, that's a great block at the net. I think that goes to...
Parker
Ross.
Yeah.
I was going to say there are a whole host of girls there, but Ross did well.
Great block at the net, and to give her one additional credit, that was single block at the net, which even makes it a little more difficult.
What a reach from Sadie Bauman. Well, if the Comets win that point, you can give it to Sadie Bauman for keeping it going. But Ayubi's got other ideas. She's very, very good. But Bauman with a wonderful reach there.
Yeah.
So
you got to at least give it to her, though, to keeping the ball in play at that moment.
So we now go to Ali High, the junior, to serve the libero. Over it goes.
Good hit.
Wow, that's a great defensive play from the libero. Schilt.
Yep.
And Schilt got that point for the Comets, because there was our friend Sophia Ayubi. I thought she won the point.
I did too. Boy, I tell you what, that was a solid hit.
What a retrieve. Well, Osmond goes long with the smash, so point back for the 6A champions.
Just need to stay calm here. The ball will switch. You keep playing your game, you'll get the ball back.
Ali High again with the serve. Dinked over the net. Beautiful shot from Bauman. She punches the air. She knows she's brought her team with the serve onto set point. On comes Maddie Washington. So it's going to be Schilt to serve. Can she serve for this set? Schilt again. Bauman will set. Will this be the point from Osmond? I think it will.
Yeah.
It will. Comets win that one to 18. And that's a great comeback, Gene, after losing that first set, close. That's a good comeback.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's certainly makes the statement that we're not going to give up by no means just because we have to go down the first set.
Now, just want to tell you again, just to keep telling you that we do have the football tomorrow night. We have the softball next week, and I want to tell you that at Bishop Kelley, as the footballers take the field, we are going to be participating in the Safety in Football campaign, and I'm sure that's close to everybody's heart. Nobody wants to see anybody injured, especially with the concussions that we get in football. And you can stay in touch with safety in athletics, beginning with having an athletic trainer. We have an extremely good one, and she's here as I look over there, Alicia Berry. According to a study conducted by the American Academy of Pediatrics, the presence of athletic trainers in the secondary schools lowers overall injury rates, improves diagnosis and return to play decisions, and reduces the risk for recurrent injuries. For more information, visit the Oklahoma Athletic Trainers Association website at www.oata.net. And Gene, I mean, we really do appreciate our athletic trainers here, because they look after these students who, they give their all, and unfortunately sometimes injuries do occur. Me being a soccer man, I know in soccer, we get head injuries and, referees have to stop games. We all want to see players who unfortunately have head injuries looked after, and what better than to have an experienced trainer like Alicia Berry who knows what she's doing. You're a true professional.
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to talk about those kind of unsung heroes behind the scenes, those are the people that don't get the flashy exposure and are in front of people, but they're the ones that without them, the players in many cases couldn't do what they do.
By the way, he's Mr. Gene Roth. I'm Dave Saunders, just with that caption there. But we're working things out. And Alicia is here. She's over there. She's at, she has a team there. And of course, on a football night, I mean, they work so hard with all those guys in their helmets. But we're looking forward to a safety-free. A safety-conscious season, I should say, not a safety-free. That would be completely the wrong way around. And we know that those guys go full on when they put those helmets and pads on for their team, the Comets, who will be taking on the Edison Eagles at La Fortune tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Not to be missed before you go for your weekend. If you can't get to the game, again, spread the word. BKTV will be there. BKTV.live. You can follow us, and you can follow us on Twitter as well at BKTV Live. Meanwhile, back here, we are ready to go with the third set. Well, what we do know for sure, Gene, is this game will now have to go to a fourth set.
It will have to go to a fourth set, and at this point, it's now 0-0, 0-0. It's now that the first team that wins 2 games will win the match.
In my presence, my friend, you can use 0-0 because I understand that from football in England.
I use that because my oldest daughter played soccer for years.
There you go.
So, words like 0-0, pitch, those types of things.
I think technically in volleyball you say 0, don't you?
It's 0, yeah, 0-0. But I don't. 0-0 just sounds way more impressive.
0-0.
0-0.
There you go. There you go. Well, it certainly doesn't stay 0-0 for long. Although having said that, these rallies are very, very long. It's
absolutely
turn of Sadie Bauman then to get us underway. Big smile on her face as she starts the third set. 1 set apiece. And
great pickup by Caitlin.
Well, Caitlin Osmond could take all the plaudits for that point.
She gets the gold star for that point right there.
Applause from the head coach, Jerry Bernard. What a pickup that was, Gene.
Yeah.
Fantastic play.
And I see some of her teammates looking at her and laughing, and I think they know as well.
Yeah.
Nice hit.
Yeah, good smash from Annie Entz there.
Yep.
Coming in, number 11. She will take a turn on the bench, and on will come.
So I guess we'll see, Dave, in this game whether side makes a difference or not. Each team that's won a game has won it from our left side.
So Van Meer with the serve away to our left. There's Bauman. Osman a long way back, but good hit with her left hand there, right in front of us. Now it's got to go from the back. Schilt. This has to go from Buford. Set from the Eagles. Bulldogs, excuse me.
Maybe double. We may have a double on that.
A double from Parker Ross gives the point to the visitors, who take an early 2-1 lead in this one.
Nice hit.
A good smash from Osman. I think I was with her right hand, if I wasn't mistaken there. So it's the time of the evening when I start to get a little bit hungry. And gentlemen's just walked past our table, Gene, with some popcorn, and it looks very inviting. But
yeah, that would be handy at the moment, that's for sure.
Difficult to commentate when you're eating popcorn. There we go. Maybe we can get some afterwards. Now, that's a lovely touch over the net from the number 12.
Great placement shot
Pendleton.
by Reagan.
Yeah. Reagan Pendleton. Now, going to have a serve from the lady at the top of the roster here, Abby Kirby, wearing 1. Comes in, jumps into the court. Buford doesn't quite set that as she would have wanted, so point to the girls in white from Edmond Memorial.
Well, I mean, You can't be perfect every time.
No, exactly. She's a great, great player, is Abby.
Nice hit. Boy, I tell you, Parker's on fire so far this third game. She's had 2 or 3 good, solid hits.
Yeah, really has. Now, Coach Watts is pointing where she wants to serve by Schilt. Goes down the Edmond Memorial left.
Oh, boy. That almost looked out to me. Boy, I'd like to see that instant replay.
I think, was it given out? No, it was given in, was it?
It was pushed in.
Right.
I thought it may have been out, but
5-3. It's close. We need one of those things they have on tennis.
Yeah, you can see it with the little imprint of the ball that stays there when it leaves.
It's so close sometimes, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
That point does go. I think it was a double, yeah, by one of the Comets girls. I think it was Sadie Bauman. So we have a point going to Edmond Memorial in this game that is very, very close. Osmond steps in with a left-hander. Still we go on.
Oh, nice, Amanda.
Oh, good touch by Maddie Washington.
Oh, Maddie Washington. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful. Will win the point. That's like a tip over the bar by the goalkeeper in soccer.
Oh, man, yeah. Holy smokes. That was just one of those reaction plays.
Audrey Buford will serve. Great block at the net from Osmond. And Osmond will take the plaudits for that one. Another point for the Comets. 2 in a row.
Starting to close the gap here.
Well, we didn't expect the scores to be too far apart. 5-6. Buford again. Good low flat serve from Buford.
Good serve.
Well, the plaudits will be taken by Abby Kirby there. She just kind of fisted that one over. 7-5. Serve from Addie Brill.
Out.
Yeah, that's long. So an easy point for the Comets. Got a couple of small student sections tonight. Some of the JV girls from Edmond Memorial are over there to our left, and then we've got some of the Bishop Kelley students who've stayed with this one.
Right next to each other.
Yeah, all good, clean fun at the moment.
I'm sure. Nice deep hit by Catherine. Looks like they may have been in the net.
All the hard work, unfortunately undone from the Edmond Memorial point of view. So we're locked at 7s. We're locked at 1 set apiece. We're hoping to speak to Jerry Berner, the experienced coach, after the game.
A little bit of a maybe miscommunication between the setter and the hitter on the Edmond side.
Right. Well, this time it doesn't work out for Sophia Ayubi. But it was a good block at the net.
Good block.
Osmond with the left-handed serve. And Ayubi got that one all wrong, so Comets get a point there. They go into a 2-point lead, 9-7. I'm sure these girls from Edmond Memorial, 6A girls, know they're in for a real game tonight.
Oh, absolutely. You know they do.
Comets 5A. And that one is away. Up goes the red flag.
It's been out, boy. I thought that was close. I thought there was a chance we may have touched that, but looks like Audrey just missed and pulled back at the right time.
Osmond serves left-handed deep. Dink over the net, back from Buford, well done to Bauman, who plays it off the net, over from Buford. Oh, and a lovely touchdown from Barlow.
There you go.
Almost like a slam dunk in
the basketball, yeah. Those are the ones you got to be very careful, though. You're right there next to that net. A little bit of a miscalculation, and you're going to be in the net called for a penalty.
So, a timeout. We have a timeout here. If you missed it earlier, just to bring you some softball news. Softball are currently playing the home opener against Lincoln Christian. The girls are 3-2 in district after 2 impressive 13-0 wins against close rivals Nathan Hale, followed up by a 19-3 success against crosstown rivals Memorial. And as I said earlier, BKTV doing a softball game a week tonight Around about 5 p.m. is the first pitch, and that's something we haven't done for about 3 years. So we're excited about that. It's a few yards over there, but you can join us and spread the word round. I know, Jean, I was talking to Coach Bauman tonight, and she's got people watching us tonight from a couple of different states. So this is a very vital thing we do here at Bishop.
All righty, well that's good to know that we're now multi-state here.
There we are. I'm not sure my friends are up at 1:30 in the morning in England watching, but maybe one day.
You know,
now
there's always the delayed telecast.
There, you can always watch it again.
Absolutely.
Watch again. Yeah, we keep it there. So thanks again to all the students working the cameras, to Noah who's working our vision mixer tonight, and of course they're all brilliantly put in their places in the nicest possible way by our director Michael Blazer, who puts in many hours for BKTV, bringing us the pictures and the organisation. Point to Edmond Memorial brings us closer, 9-11. It's going to be the responsibility of Kat Mansfield.
Nice pass by Amanda.
Washington with a wonderful smash, but blocked well.
Good here.
Washington will try again. Will she? No, she'll leave it for Barlow. What a block at the net from someone we haven't seen too much of tonight, Maddie Pollard, the number 4.
You just got to give it to Edmond and being in the right spot at that time, and we did everything we needed to. Good pass, good set, nice solid attack, but they were just in the right spot.
Sometimes you can't do any more, can you?
You can't.
Good rally this one. Schilt will set this one for Barlow. Blocked, but away and out. Point to the Comets.
Boy, you got to give that one. You got to give some credit to Kat there, because she made the first pass, had her back to the net. Amanda then set the ball over her head. She had to turn around and hit that ball all in one motion, which that was a tough play.
Tough play, and a point for the Comets, who now have a 2-point lead, 12-10. Make that a 3-point lead, 13-10, as Maddie Pollard goes wide with her right palm. And here, almost her first action of the night, was Josie Olcott. But unfortunately the point, from the Comets' point of view, I say unfortunately, goes to Edmond Memorial. Josie Olcott, who is a sophomore. Oh, lovely smash. That was a bit of a campfire from the Edmond Memorial girls. Point as a lovely smash from Barlow.
Nice set by Sadie. She had to push that ball quite a ways out, which she did, and set Catherine up for a good attack option.
So, Sadie Bauman, left-handed serve. Not quite the right set from Edmond Memorial there. And Buford off the hand of a Bulldog will get the point for the Comets. 15-11 they lead. Bauman for the second time in this flurry. Indecision from the 6A champions. Bauman will serve again for the third time, leading 16-11. Quite warm in the arena now.
Oh boy, I thought they had that one. That was a great pickup.
Great pickup
by Josie, and she just came into the game a couple rotations ago, so
just couldn't reach that last one, but that's good from Josie. Yeah, she good pickup there, but the point goes to Edmond Memorial.
Coming into the game, this late, and then being there from the right spot. I mean, you got to hand it to him.
Morgan Van Meer will serve, very determined from the center of the baseline. Bauman sets. And a good block there. Good block.
They may have missed a little bit of a cover opportunity there with that middle set, but you got to give it to the block. She was executed that well.
Van Muir again, right-handed, centre of the court, low flat serve, met by Schill. Bauman sets for Buford, who's gone wide. 16-14, another close game, and it is Edmond Memorial have the ball in hand.
We can just keep this gap, keep that spread. 2 points, that's all we need.
Good fight, this one. Well done by Alcott. Lovely piece of play again for Buford.
Holy moly.
Well, you've got to be careful when you two-hand the ball that you don't double.
Yeah, that's a bit risky to do that, but you also have a little more control. So if you feel confident, certainly have at it.
So 3-point gap in favour of the Comets. Good pick up from Sadie Bauman.
Nice, good. Good defense by Edmond as well.
Still we go on. There's a block at the net there. Another block at the net. Comets thought they won the point. Good defense again.
Edmond able to keep it going.
Oh, and in the end, let's go with the trusty number 50, Caitlin Osmond, with a trusty left hand to win it.
Been a little bit since we've seen anything from her, but I tell you what, as long as we get it coming back, that's all that matters.
That's the thing, isn't it? You can be out of the game for a few rallies. You've got to come back in and be right on your mettle, haven't you?
Got to be ready to go, because you never know where the ball could go.
There you go. Point to Edmond Memorial brings us to within 3. 18-15 in favour of the Comets.
A little bit of a mix-up there.
So here is Abby Kirby. Just a slight delay. Coach talking to R2. Kirby serves. Bauman has to go. 2 arms. Here's the set. Good block at the net. Osmond makes just about over. Well done, Comets.
Great pickup.
Twice off the net, 2 pickups. Lovely dig there. Well, that's a wonderful point. And Caroline Ernst, again, the freshman wearing 26, fully involved with a pickup.
I have to admit, I tell you, looking at that, that's one of those digs you wish you could get that still shot, because form-wise, picture-wise, that's one of those 10 rated digs.
Schilt with the serve. Schilt with the pickup. Bauman. Over it goes from Osmond.
Wow, that was a great shot.
Great two-hander, that one. Now Bauman can get some reality into the situation. And then in the end it goes Edmond Memorial's way, courtesy of Addie Brill.
Yeah, it just seems like we got a little out of sync there and just couldn't get everything back connected.
It's difficult, isn't it? Sometimes when it starts to go awry,
the ball's going every which direction. You're spinning around trying to figure out where do I need to be, where do I need to go.
Comes off the hand, and then there's nobody there to get it. And the point goes to Edmond Memorial. Girls have to reset now. If you lose a point, you've got to quickly think about the next one, because here it comes from Ali High.
Where we want to be careful. We don't want to give back a lead that we've had almost the entire game.
Right, 2 points in it. And that was a miss-hit from the Addie Brill there. Point to the Comets. They lead by 20 points to 17. We know we're going to go at least to a 4th set. Oh, that's a wonderful smash. We haven't seen that for a while, have we, from Sophia? Ayubi, the 15, but that was a good smash.
That was a great hit,
We're now at 20-18 in favour of the Comets. And now the Comets student section want to get going, because they know how important it is that the Comets try and win the next couple of points. Here's Washington, hits the beam twice. Buford with a little two-hander over the net. There's Buford again, setting for Bauman here. In comes Osman. Good defense again from Memorial, and that one's away. And that will go to the Comets, who have the win in 4, and they have a gap of 3. Osman will go back to serve, centre of the court, left-handed. Bauman, Washington and Barlow at the net. Just behind them, Buford. Bauman just...
looks like we might have a little bit of enthusiasm on the floor there.
Yeah, some sweat being wiped away by Sadie Bauman. Hands it to the referee. I'm sure she was delighted to receive the sweaty towel.
The sweaty towel.
R2. She smiled.
That's
as well.
one of the benefits of being the R2.
There you go. Schilt with the pickup. Two-hander over from Memorial. That's in no man's land. And in the end, a little bit of miscommunication gives the point to Edmond Memorial.
Those are tough. Those are tough to put back in play when they're in that spot.
So 21-19, but the ball is with the number 9, Kat Mansfield. Bauman just a delicate one over the net, back from Osman. Bauman now to Washington, and Washington wins the point.
Down the line, I think. It's a great hit.
Yeah, and Coach Watts high-fives Washington. And on comes Josie Olcott to serve. Responsibility when you come on and serve at 22-19. Long from Aubrey Johnson. So the Comets now within 2 of taking the 3rd set. We do not have commercials tonight, so we're going to keep talking about this. Jean, any thoughts on this game, and also, you know, coming on from dovetailing, I should say, coattailing on from the second game as well?
Right. Well, I've been kind of watching through the whole game tonight. I think, to me, one of the things that have, clearly we've got the defense has been going well for us. We've got offense has been working. But to me, I think one of the key things that we've done, I think, better than Edmond has been serving. I think the quality of our serves, the difficulty of our serves has been tougher and better than Edmond. And I think in some ways we've been able to get a few points here and there that have been able to keep us in these situations like we are now, 23-19.
That's Jean, my expert summariser next to me, and I noticed that actually against Kasha Hall, that the quality of serving is outstanding. It really is. And some of those balls are hit fairly hard, aren't they? Low over the net.
Oh yeah, and I kind of see serving almost like the free throws in basketball. Nothing sexy about it, nothing fancy about it. But the 1 or 2 or 3 things that you can contribute from that spot sometimes is what makes the difference.
So the Comets within 2, they serve. Memorial here, this has to go. It does. Barlow sets for the Comets, but still we go on. Everybody fighting for these last few points.
Wow, nice job, Catherine.
And it will be a point for the Comets. And they go to within 1 of winning the 3rd set. Good point, important point.
Very important.
And there is Josie Olcott serving now for the 3rd set. And she will win it with a wonderful serve. Comets come from behind in the 1st set. They win the next 2. They lead by 2 sets to 1. We will go to a 4th set. And obviously if Edmond Memorial were to win that one, then we would go to a 5th set. 5th set will go to first one to 15. Lisa Bauman has a chat with the very impressive Librero Amanda Schilt, and we've used the word impressive quite a lot tonight, Jean, but it really has been outstanding to come back from losing the 1st set to 23. To come back has been wonderful for the Comets, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what that does for a team is it basically shows them that you can't give up. I mean, you're never you're never so far down that you can't do something that might bring you back into the game. And, especially even against, okay, you've mentioned it a couple of times, they're playing the defending state champions. You lose your first set, it's easy to go, well, what else did you expect? These guys, 6A state champs. We've said just the opposite. Give us another shot. Second set, we won it. Third set, no, we can prove that we're the better team because we went out 1-2 in a row. So if we can do this one more time, we can walk away with the match tonight.
Well, you can see the scores on the screen there. 23-25. The Comets went down, but they've won the next two to 18 into 19. We go to a fourth set. Just to bring you as well news that cross country, they've been in Tahlequah tonight running a 4K. They normally run a 5K, which is 3.1 miles. So I know the girls and the boys like the 4K. It's a little bit quicker, a little bit shorter. And that's following on from their successful season opener when they went to Norman. The girls placed first in that event, with junior Tess Crosley finishing 5th in the whole race in a time of 21:09. Bridger Reeves, who was the first boy over the line for BK, in a time of 18:10. As I said, they're in Tahlequah tonight. We will, if we get some news of the results, of course, before we go off air with this volleyball, we will bring it to you. We're hoping to speak to Coach Watts after the game, but I'm going to bring in Jean Roth again. And Jean, we talked about Reagan, your daughter, who now is a BK alum. Does she keep in contact with some of the alums?
She keeps in contact with some of the alums, and she also keeps in contact. That was one of the great, really, really neat things about their team last year, is there wasn't any division or whatever between the grades, whether you were a senior, whether you were a freshman. They all just had this very close relationship. So I know she still stays in contact with alums as well as students that are still here.
There you go. There's a picture of Jean and myself. The Edmond Memorial girls are waving at someone. I don't know who they're waving at. But anyway, the Comets are back on the court. Coach Watts is kind of looking around. And it is the coach, Natalie Murray, who's just going to get all the girls in. They're all going to high-five it. And, of course, they have to win this one, or they will get back on the bus to a 3-1 defeat. Comets are raring to go. They're on the court, and they are wanting to get on with this one. And R2 says, come on, I've blown the whistle.
You know, Dave, I think one of the important things that Bishop Kelley has to make sure that they don't lose sight of is they've won the last two games, I want to say relatively with ease, with about a 6 or 7, 8 point spread. They can't get complacent and say, okay, we've won two, the third one's going to be ours as well. Because we've seen from the very first match, Edmond's got a quality team, and they're going to be right back in it if you let them have a chance.
And, you know, they won the first two against Kasha. Kasha came back and won on the night 3-2, and I'm sure Jerry Berner has told the girls that, and from a defeat you always learn something, don't you?
Absolutely, you can't forget that.
So here we go, Bauman off the net. First point will go to Edmond Memorial. We need to get off to a good start here, and the responsibility is with Addie Brill. There she is. And you can see our scores on the screen. That one's just wide from Barlow there.
Yeah, everything worked well, everything was set up well. It was just the court just happened to be a little too short on that side.
Well, I guess if you're the 6A champions, you know, I don't know whether you're used to being down, but you certainly have been used to fighting for everything. So this game far from over. Oswald with a good
but I'm sure they've got in the forefront of their mind, they're playing the 5A state runner-up last year, and Bishop Kelley has a legacy of always having a quality, strong team, so they know what they're up against.
Very strong traditions. One of the first things that I got from when I joined this school was how strong the volleyball is at this school, amongst other sports, of course. Just away there, because volleyball very strong. Boys and girls soccer champions. There was a touch.
You know, that's the great thing about Bishop Kelley. They've got a legacy of a lot of strong championship teams, from soccer to baseball.
Well, golf were champions as well.
Golf as well.
So it was a very good year last year.
Yeah, and now on the academic side, they've even got some academic bowl champions and so forth as well. So it's well-rounded.
We could go on and on and on.
Oh, wow. Wow, that was good.
Well, there she is again, Sophia Ayubi. Coach Murray telling Abby Kirby where to serve. Osmond with the cushion 2 armour. Barlow will win the point for the Comets. Their second point of the fourth set, I should say.
We want to be sure we stay close score-wise.
Well, there's a girl that can help us out here. Caroline Ernst, one of the 2 impressive freshmen. The other one, Buford, wears 2 and is on the court as well. Bauman gets underneath that one. Schilt, Buford, good placement. And then a touch, but not enough to get it over the net from Maddie Pollard. Point to the Comets. We trail by 1, 3 points to 4. But it's Caroline Ernst. Thanks for your company here on BKTV.live. Football tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
And the point, well, are you speechless?
I don't know who to give the Oscar to for the best performance on that one. There was 2 of them right there on that back row.
Well, Coach Watts, all she did was stood and applauded. I think we were doing the same, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful. It brought the crowd to life. I think both, to be fair, both sets of supporters as well.
Absolutely.
But then that's a great smash from Sophia Ayubi again, who we've seen quite a lot of tonight. Onto the court comes Pendleton. And also Kate Arnold, who's not seen a lot of the court action in this one, but she's going to serve now. Responsibility on her shoulders. She leads her team by 5 points to 4. Fourth set. Comets lead by 2 sets to 1. Coach Watts, stay on your feet. Here again then, Kate Arnold, the sophomore. From our right-hand side, right-handed, crowd quietens. So know how close and nervous this game is.
Almost a well-placed shot.
Some good delicate play, yeah.
Almost.
Oh,
nice
Bauman.
dig, Sadie.
Yeah, good dig from Bauman. And then she gets the third one over. And that one will go to the Comets. And Sadie Bauman wins that point for the Comets.
Yeah, that was a great dig, and right when they had to have it.
So 6-5 to the visitors. Well, we've seen coming up for 2 hours of quality volleyball tonight. Now, a point to the Comets. A little bit of misunderstanding there. And so the Comets are back at 6s. And it is Libero. Schilt with the serve. There she is again getting involved. Bauman will set here.
Nice pass to set it up by Amanda.
And
good block by Edmond.
Yeah, good dig there as well. Good block at the net. What a great rally this one is. We'll try again. Another block at the net. Comets just worked hard. They were not going to give up on that one. Great rally team.
That was a good block by Maddie.
That just had everything about it, didn't it, that rally?
Right place, right time. After a long rally, your legs get tired and still be able to jump and block at that point. Amazing.
What a wonderful pickup again from Schilt. Playing a brilliant game, Mr. Libero. That was a double against Edmond Memorial. Point to the Comets, who now lead 8-6.
That's what you want to have happen from your libero, because those types of pickups put so much energy back into the team on the floor.
Oh, what a pickup again.
Wow.
I think the girl from Edmond Memorial thought she'd won that
I
point
think so too.
She's walking away, but they do indeed win the point.
They win the point, but I tell you what, that was that was one of those points where everybody on the other side turns around expecting they're going to serve, and then they find out the ball's still in play.
Van Meer with the serve. 7-8 down. That one's just away. I think it's gone. There must have been a touch, I think. Or was it a double? I'm just trying to see what happened there.
Must have been a touch.
Well, 9-7. I think a few people behind me were asking why that was a point to the Comets, but that is a definite point to the Comets. 10-7. Hoping to speak to Coach Jerry Burnett at the end of this night. Stay with us here on BKTV.live.
Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be, if that could have made it over the net, that would have been a great play serve.
Perfect, wouldn't it?
There was nobody in that spot she was looking for.
Into the net it goes from Buford. She still has a smile on her face. Her team leading 2-1 and by 10 points to 8. Responsibility goes to Mansfield with the serve. There is Mansfield, good block from her. Good shout from Schultz, mine. There she is again, it goes. Mansfield from the back of the court, set by Lemire. Baumann gets involved, gets it over in one. Oh wow! Sadie Baumann, you know.
Good to see. It's good to see Kaylin back in action again. I mean, she's kind of been quiet there for a little bit. Now she's come back with 3 great plays right in a row.
Coach Embry and Lisa Baumann enjoying that moment. Osmond with the serve. That one's long. It's the line judge who waves a red flag around in disgust that she was hit with the ball. Coach Watts enjoyed that as well.
That's right.
Time out. They're all laughing over there. And, you know, okay, it's serious stuff, but you can have moments like that. But you can see the girls there as our cameraman zooms in on Edmond Memorial, who aren't going to go down without a fight. They are 8-12 down. They're 2 sets to 1 down. And, you know, but it's a great matchup, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is where the Bishop Kelley girls, if they could just somehow jump on the moment and get about a 3 or 4 point run here, I have a strong feeling that would almost take it out of Edmond.
There we go. There's Russ Embry. You can see Coach Watts is right in the middle there. Girls are in black from the Comets, enjoying the music being played. And we have a whistle blown because the referees want to get home, I guess.
They're wanting to get going.
The stage, yeah.
Let's get this game going.
8 o'clock, we've seen, as I said, just under 2 hours. Smiles all around for the Comets. 2 hours of quality volleyball in this arena tonight, and we're not done yet. Comets leading by 2 sets to 1. They're 12-8 up in this 4th set. Caitlin Osmond wearing 50. Oh, what a great low flat serve, an ace from Osmond. Wonderful serve.
Yeah, I think to me that kind of goes back to what I said earlier. I think from a serving standpoint, we've done really well in many cases of just putting tough serves. Oh my goodness.
And then commentators curse.
If that net would have happened to bounce the other way for that split second, that probably would have been an unretrievable ball on Edmond's side.
Point goes to Edmond Memorial. They have the serve. Buford, Baumann, Washington. Blocked at the net, Baumann again. In comes Barlow. And that point will go to Edmond Memorial as well. So they are back within 3. 10-13.
Great pass by.
Wonderful point.
Great placement there by Maddie.
Tell you that the BKJV boys cross country have won the meet. at Tahlequah tonight.
That is
Great
great.
performance from them. Point to the Comets, to the here and now with the volleyball. Bring you some more news as we can get it. David Steichen, Keen Van Trees, Nathan Myers, Luke Griffin came in 1, 2, 3, 4 in the JV race. Point goes to Edmond Memorial.
Well, that's quite impressive. BK finished 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow.
That's JV. We'll bring you more results as we get them. Relying, of course, on my Twitter feed. Point for the Comets.
Great way for Catherine to kind of redeem herself from her last attack was fell a little bit short, went into the net. This one, great shot.
Sadie Bauman with the serve. Her team leading by 5, 16-11. And another point will go to the Comets. 17-11 on a bit of a roll here, Gene.
Bit of a roll. I do not want to jinx us by any means, but I'm going to say it anyway. At this point, it's almost like Edmond's kind of almost hitting that spot where it's like, well, no matter what we do, we just can't get over that hurdle.
We do win that one. Bit of a deflection. And we will have a change for Edmond Memorial. Off will go Aubrey Johnson. On will come Abby Kirby, who's at the top of the roster wearing 1. She will serve. Her team 12-17 down and 1-2 down in sets. He's had a wonderful night. That's the point for the Comets.
She's got to be all of about 5'3", and I think she jumps about another 5'3". Holy smokes! That was a good shot.
Now, a bit of confusion on who's going to be the 6 for the Comets, and a timeout has been called, so we can stay with the action here. Quite a night of volleyball here, and you know, it might be getting late, but you just don't want to take your eyes off this game. Every rally is being hard fought, isn't it?
And this is, you know, this has been one of those nights where, yeah, there's really not, other than the fact that I would say those situations where we've had those really short points, in many cases have been where we've put a good serve over the net, and there's been not much that Edmond can do. Outside of that, usually a lot of the rallies have been back and forth, and you know, the good thing that Bishop Kelley, in my opinion, has been able to do is they've just, you know, in those long rallies have kept the ball in play to the point where they were able to at least do something with it.
Well, we are now getting ready. The timeout is over. Just looking through to see if we can give you any more results from the cross country or the softball. Smile from Caroline Ernst, who's now serving, knows her team is within 7 points of winning this whole match. But the 6A champions are not going to lie down easily, and they win that point, and you'd expect them to fight for this one, Gene.
And they're going to stay in it till the end, I can assure you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they've seen it as much as anybody else. A game rhythm and game momentum can change with just a matter of a couple serves.
Now, I can tell you that we've had a tweet from somebody who is watching, presumably down in Edmond, and I'm assuming Jonette. I hope I pronounced that right, and I hope, Jonette, I am saying Ayubi right, and you must be connected with Sophia. And she says, love watching Memorial versus Bishop Kelley volleyball on BKTV Live. The answer, 7 Bulldog seniors graduated last year.
So
now, that's a lot.
Very similar to what Bishop Kelley experienced then.
Yeah, Jonette, thank you so much for getting in contact with us here at Bishop Kelley. And we are delighted that people are watching us from Edmond Memorial. Presumably, that's where you're watching. We know we've got people from different states watching. We know we've got people here in Tulsa watching. Wow. Great rally.
Great defensive play by number 1 on Edmond.
This is a great rally, and there is Jonette's Iubi. That's a great defensive play. Here is Iubi again, double hander over. Washington. Still we go on. What a rally this one is. And Iubi says, I've had enough of that. Jonette's watching. There's the point.
You know, and maybe just a little shout out to, I'm assuming her mom, who tweeted, Sophia's played a really solid game tonight. I mean, it's definitely, especially in those first two games. Well, powerhouse from the attack side.
You would, I mean, we've never seen them play, or certainly this season, and I would pick her out as, not just because we've had the tweet, but she's been a real star tonight.
Absolutely, she's been very solid.
They're a good team, and it's been a good game, very sportsmanlike. And that one goes to the Comets.
I thought we were going to see another example of a great pickup there.
Well, after the game, we will speak to Coach Jerry Watts. There she is over there, still saying where she wants that ball to go. Buford again. Over it goes, 2 hands. Set from Lemur. And that's a delicate shot.
Wow. I thought that hit the floor, but I guess it didn't.
Well, wonderful pickup from Caroline Ernst. Schilt gets involved. Baumann, they will not give this up. And Osmond, still we go on. That's wonderful play from both teams. Osmond thought she won it for the Comets.
Almost a nice dump.
And there's Iubi again. But back it comes to the Comets. Iubi again, yeah. Schilt says no, we'll keep it going. Baumann with a clever shot. Back in from Iubi. Lemur hits the beam. That will not go over. Point to Comets. And the Comets are now within 3, 22 to 14. Great point though, G.
It was a great point.
And there will be a timeout. So thank you again. We're just thinking of the power of Twitter, aren't we? You know, when we get people watching in, and I did email the athletic director and say that the volleyball team would be on the BKTV tonight. We love bringing you all of these games, and next week there won't be any volleyball, but there will be a softball game on Thursday. That's against Memorial, another Memorial here in Memorial High School in Tulsa, here at Bishop Kelley, and then on the Friday, the Battle of the Bishops, Bishop Kelley versus Bishop McGuinness. But just on that one, I was talking to the coach, Tapano, today, the head coach here at Bishop Kelley, and he said, well, we're not talking about that game because we've got a game here against the Edison Eagles tomorrow night.
You don't want to talk about those things until you're ready to play it.
Absolutely. Everybody loves a local derby. But here we go then. Here is the impressive freshman, Buford. 22-14 up, 2 sets to 1 up. Will it be 3 quick points to win the match on the night? Buford with a good low flat serve. Iubi wins the point though. It will not be. That will be a point to the opposition, who refuse to lie down. 15
they've still got plenty of room and plenty of time that they could make a comeback and win this game. Bishop Kelley has to stay focused.
Going to be a serve here from Kat Mansfield. Well,
oh wow, that's a good serve.
Yeah, good low flat serve, that one. And that one is just away by Maddie Washington there. 2 points in a row. As you say, Jean, they will not lie down easily.
It's time we need to get that back.
Mansfield again, same serve, low and flat. Edmond Memorial working hard here from the back.
That's big.
Oh wow! What a reach again from
there's our friend in the libero jersey there.
Wow! That take now. Will she get that one? She does.
Watch this! Watch this!
Oh, wow! But I tell you what, credit Edmond Memorial, for keeping focused and winning the point.
Dave, that was still worth the price of admission right there, just to see that little bit of action.
There you go. Wonderful point, 3 in a row, 17-22. Bauman.
Oh, wow. I think we may have gotten away with one there.
Yeah. That may have been going out, but Memorial chose to play it. Bauman to Osmond, and again that could have been going away, but they play it. Schilt cushions for Bauman, who dinks it over the net. Schilt again, Bauman. In comes Osmond to try and win it.
Well, I tell you what, both teams are playing good defense. They're keeping the ball going.
Buford, Bauman, Washington will try and win the point and does. Maddie Washington, and you're right, Gene, both teams playing brilliant defense, but now the Comets are within 2 of the whole match. Another great rally there. Good job, says Jerry Burnett to the girls at the net.
Yeah, they were working hard, the net.
Osmond with a left-handed serve. There's Schilt to Bauman. Washington again.
Yep.
But in comes Johnson. And 1 point needed for the match. The Comets within 1. They lead by 24-17, having won the last 2 to 18 and 19, having lost the first one on the night, a close one, to 23. Match point then. Block at the net, but Edmond Memorial refused to get on the bus.
They're going to stay there. They're going to stay right in this. There's always a chance.
We wish them a safe journey back. Of course, it's never easy to get in a bus at 8:30 and drive all the way back, but we wish you a safe journey back. Here's Bauman, Washington to win it. Good defense again from the 6A state champions. Buford.
Nice sliding dig there by Amanda.
Amanda Schilt, it goes. Still Memorial, Edmond Memorial with another point. How are we going to go to another set?
You know, 5 points can go really fast if you happen to get in the right rhythm. Well, they go fast.
Against 24s to the Comets, they cannot afford to lose 1 point. Bauman then for the match, Barlow.
Oh, wow. What a dig by Morgan.
Here's Barlow again into another point to Edmond Memorial, and Alison Schilt says, come on, keep believing.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would be a good timeout by BK.
Coach Rodds will no doubt be saying something, Gene, like, come on, stay focused, it's one more point.
Absolutely, you cannot take it for granted that you were up 9 points at one time.
9 points up, and they are playing against the 6A state champions. We've already heard that they graduated 7 seniors. BK graduated a few seniors. This is a younger team, but they're really fighting for the cause.
They're fighting, and I tell you, they've got good quality players, so they're going to stick into this thing till the very end.
Well, here we are. I was just looking at my watch, 8:15. We've seen over 2 hours of quality volleyball. The Edmond Memorial girls are on. They are ready to go. They're fired up. Coach Rodds taking every single second of this timeout. 1 more point is needed. Maddie Washington gets last instructions. Barlow as well from Lisa Bauman, the assistant coach to Coach Rodds. There's the girl with the responsibility. Edmond Memorial cannot afford to lose a point. There's Washington to win it, and Maddie Washington wins it. And that is a quality game. And there's some low fives under the net. That is a fantastic game. The two coaches will come together. That is an absolutely wonderful game, Gene. I mean, where do you start to sum that game up?
Well, I know it sounds cliche, but I mean, it's one of those nights where the score may reflect one thing, but I tell you what, there were 2 really, really good teams that I think were fairly evenly matched, really evenly matched. And I think we saw that every play. It was just ball would go back and forth and back and forth. And they had to fight for every single point. It just, luckily, you know, BK had this situation where more of those fights ended up our way.
Every single point. You're absolutely right. Now, as the girls get in their debrief here from their respective coaches, we've seen quality. I'm sure Edmond Santa Fe coach was saying, girls, you fought hard, come back on the next one. You know, remember, you have got a reputation. state champions. The Comets, of course, are absolutely loving life at the moment. And Jerry Berner is coming over towards me now, so we'll grab a microphone. Gene, thank you very much for your company tonight, sir.
We'll see you next time.
Absolutely wonderful. I'm just going to grab a microphone. We'll bring Coach Wads. We'll bring Coach Wads in. I'm just waiting for directions from Michael Blazik, and we will get ourselves in shot. Tap on the shoulder there for Gene Roth. And there I am, and there's the victorious coach, Jerry. I'm exhausted watching that. You must be absolutely elated with that victory.
You know, I'm really happy. They're the defending state champions in Class 6A, and they are a very good defensive team. I was really proud of. There were a lot of long rallies, and it was good to come out on the winning side of those rallies. I
don't want to single players out, but I've got to talk about your two freshmen. I mean, they were outstanding tonight, weren't they?
Yeah, they're pretty solid. I mean, I don't play freshmen that often because I don't want to put that kind of pressure on them, but they're very good players, and they've earned the opportunity to be on the court, and you know, we don't have to manage them in their youngness. They play hard, and they're very skilled players. Playing hard as well, and as I said, I don't like to single players out. It really was a squad game, a team game. Everybody was throwing themselves around. You must be delighted. I really am. We played a 5-setter on Tuesday night, and you always wonder how your team will recover. We went really light yesterday in practice, which Wednesday's usually our go-get-'em day, and we kind of took it easy yesterday, and they responded well. And in times when we got down, we didn't let that get to us. We're really trying to work on moving forward after we make a mistake and not dwelling, but thinking about what it is that we want to do right instead of worrying about what we just did.
Wads, thank you so much for joining us. I'll let you go back and do your debrief and pack away the net or whatever you do. Thank you so much. We are back on BKTV tomorrow night. We're going to have the first football game. Can't wait for that, can you?
Go Comets!
Thank you so much to all our staff. Thank you to Michael Blazik. We will be back tomorrow around about 7 o'clock with our pre-game show. It will be the Edison Eagles versus the Bishop Kelley Comets. This is Coach Dave Saunders saying thank you, good night, God bless, and as she said, go Comets.